He also has his beef jerky reserve, so.
Beef jerkies?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me see what they are. As always, you know, prepare. I have more in here. Yeah, carry on.
What up, guys? It's your boy Bao Guy here, and welcome to my final episode of my Montreal travel series. So in this episode, this will cover everything that took place after the conference. We had the rest of the day to explore a couple more areas of Montreal. First, we visited this huge church called Saint Joseph du Montreal, which was absolutely a breathtaking church. I was at complete awe, and I'm not usually that big on big churches, but this one was wow. Then we walked around this park called Park Jean-Drapeau. I'm sorry if I'm butchering up the name. And then at the end of the night, we saw some fireworks. Montreal during the summertime is a great place to see some fireworks. They have a bunch of fireworks competition, a bunch of fireworks shows going on every week. And you can pretty much catch like 2 or 3 fireworks shows in a week. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this. Enjoy. All right, so conference just wrapped up. We're gonna do a little bit more sightseeing. It's this church called Saint Joseph or Saint, I think it's Saint Joseph's, I don't know.
Yeah, Saint Joseph to Montreal.
Okay, there you go. Thank you, Anna. But apparently it's like the largest church in Canada. And probably the only church that has this many steps. Like, dude. I want some loner, but everybody needs their own space at some time. Alright, so that was definitely a lot of fun last night. Those fireworks were definitely a good show. I had a lot of fun. But anyway, today's our last day in Montreal. We're pretty much packing up. Our flight leaves at like 5 o'clock, but we had to be out here at 11 o'clock. Now, since we're in a new country, I want to talk about one thing that I haven't addressed yet, and that is Canadian moolah. Alright, so here's what Canadian moolah looks like. So for the bills, they have a 5, 10, and a 20. These bills are actually not completely paper. They feel like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like aluminum like wrapper or something. But yeah. And they got this cool little thing on the back. Alright, so for the coins, everybody on the front is Queen Elizabeth. And they go from $1, 25, I think this is 5 and 10. Yeah, this is 5 and 10. So that should actually be swapped over. Wow. Alright. And on the back of them, there's like different images. So like the dollar has a dog. The 25 cents has some moves right there. The dime has I actually don't know what that is. Some type of ship. And the nickel has a beaver. And they also have a $2, but I end up having to use that one. So unfortunately, I haven't been able to show it. But pretty much the $2 is a silver coin, and it has like a little gold like lining on the side. It looks cool. I wish I would have kept it, but I had to use it. Now here's the thing about Canadian money, or Canadian currency. They don't have any pennies like they do in the United States. So what's that mean is when you go to the store, they round up pretty much your total. So let's say you go to the store and your total comes out to $4.97, and you give the cashier a $5 bill. You're not going to get any change back. They round that up, and pretty much like that 3 cents, you never see that 3 cents. Now maybe it ends up getting put to something, maybe it ends up getting put to the government or something like that, but you won't get that 3 cents back. So I was actually tripping about my first couple of days out here, because I would give them my money and then round up my change, and your boy stingy about his change because he's a grad student and whatnot. But I actually did some searching later, and they round up your change. Now what that also means is if your total comes out to $5.02, if you give them a 5, you're good. So then like you just saved yourself 2 cents. Alright, so like I said earlier, we had to check out at our Airbnb place earlier, like at 11 o'clock. So we've been sitting at this airport for about like 2 hours now. Still got another 2 hours. Kev, he's just struggling right now.
Yeah, that's good that I have these.
He also has his beef jerky reserve, so.
Beef jerkies?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me see what we got. As always, prepare. I have more in here. Yeah, carry on.
Well, Montreal's been well. Wait, bye. And that's all she wrote. Montreal was a really fun and interesting city with a lot of stuff to do. They called Paris a North America for a reason. I definitely recommend anyone to visit there. You'll really love it. One thing I like about my career path is I get the opportunity to present my research at the most interesting and decided cities across the world. And that's great because, frankly, being a grad student can suck a lot sometimes. But yeah, I'm so glad I could bring this travel vlog series to you guys. I spent a lot of time on this. I spent probably like over 20 plus hours on this entire vlog series. It definitely took a lot of time to make these, but I was really happy with the episodes I was able to put out. I really enjoyed making them. Also, shout out to Kevin B and Anna. You two made a trip much more exciting. The experience is definitely better when you have more people with you on the trip versus when I was in China, I was just by myself. So you two, thank you so much for tagging along. Thank you for you guys for allowing me to put this footage up, whether it was like funny or corny or whatever. And speaking of China, do you guys remember my China travel vlog series that I put up a year ago? Woo! At that time, I was just starting video editing, and I had looked back at one episode maybe like a week ago because I was just kind of curious, and they were definitely cringeworthy. One, some of them were just entirely too long. Two, they were long because I didn't know how to cut in places to make the video go quicker. And three, it was my first time doing this. So actually, I recall that I had got back from China, but it took me almost like 2 months to get those vlog series up. Versus in Montreal, you guys got episodes in less than 2 weeks after I had came back. So that kind of shows the growth that I had made throughout the years. It's kind of good to look back on yourself and see how much far you have grown. It's very important, guys. That's a very important life lesson. Always look back to see what you accomplished so far. Sometimes we get caught in a moment of trying to get ahead to the next step, to the next step, to the next step, where at some point we forget how far we came from. And when I had looked back at one episode of my China travel vlog series to these vlog series in Montreal now, I see a huge improvement. So that's one thing I'll pat myself on the back about. I don't like to brag, I'm a real humble guy, but that's one thing that you guys have to remember. Always look back what you've done and appreciate how far you come. And lastly, thank you guys so much for the love, and thank you guys so much for the support on these episodes I've been uploading. That really means a lot because I put a lot of times into these. One thing that impressed me was I had uploaded these travel vlog series on the YouTube like I had did for my China videos. These travel vlog series nearly tripled the number of subscribers I have, which is not a lot. I had like 2 subscribers and now I have like 5 by the time I put this out. But hey, you know what? That's just amazing. So yeah, thank you guys for the love and support. I really appreciate it. Like, that means a lot to me. Now, for those of you that are watching on YouTube, you guys notice I have 2 YouTube accounts. I have my Grad Student Struggle YouTube account and my personal account, which is called Bio Guy, which is the one that you see in these travel vlogs right now. If you guys like me, or at least like my content at least, then I strongly recommend that you subscribe to the Grad Student Struggle YouTube account and its Facebook page. Those 2 accounts are more active. This account is a personal account, so there's really nothing that you can see. Yet. Yes, I said yet. I have a plan of what I want to do for my personal account, so this account right now, but that may not unfold until when I get closer to be finished with my graduate studies, which will probably be in like 2 or 3 months. So stay subscribed to this channel if you already are. You might like what's coming out in the future. That's all I got for this Montreal travel vlog series. Thank you guys so much for the support. Thank you guys for the love. I love doing this. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to all my channels. Till next time, peace!